What happens when a girls' night live stream turns into a public betrayal? How far would you go if your fiancée exposed her true feelings to the world, oblivious to your presence? Join us as we dive into James and Emily's shocking story, a tale of love, deception, and a wedding canceled in the heat of a single comment. Ready for the drama? Let's go. Welcome to Addy Story, where we share real-life stories that touch the heart and inspire the soul. Subscribe now to join our community, relax, and dive into the stories we have for you. Enjoy. My fiancée went live on girls' night, tearing me apart to her friends, oblivious to my presence. Her laughter echoed, a sharp contrast to his oblivion. Did I respond in the live chat? I publicly ended the engagement in the comments. Her heart raced as she frantically attempted to shut down the live stream, the weight of the moment crashing down on her. I'm still in shock, yet strangely at peace. Last night was meant to be Emily's 30th girls' night, a celebration before we tie the knot in just 6 months. Home alone, I scrolled through social media, a wave of boredom washing over me. Sophie, my friend, always a whirlwind, went live. Spilling tea, pre-wedding shenanigans. Curiosity ended it all, didn't it? I clicked, and there she was, Emily, unmistakably present. With a glass of wine in hand, she bursts into laughter, surrounded by Sophie, Charlotte, and Olivia. Initially, it was just the usual wedding chaos. Venue deposits, dress fittings, and the weight of expectations. Sophie gave Emily a gentle push. So tell me, how's Mr. Perfect really coping with all this? Is he still pulling off that charming, biting sarcasm while obsessively double-checking every spreadsheet? Emily scoffed. James? No way! He's utterly oblivious. This wedding feels like a checklist, a race against time and money. He's completely oblivious to the truth. Charlotte's voice pierced the silence. So, you're going to teach him about home decor after the wedding, huh? Goodbye, dull beige. They erupted in laughter. It spiraled down. Emily, her words tumbling out, barely coherent. Sometimes, it feels like his heart belongs more to his job and his savings than to me. Yet, it's okay. He's under control. With a solid salary, the dream house and dream vacations are within reach. Once I've sharpened his skills, it'll be clear. He's completely under her spell. He's completely under your spell. Emily, radiant. Exactly. His every move is a foregone conclusion. So secure. He'd remain blissfully unaware. He sees me as his precious little angel. Her feigned angelic expression twisted my insides. She really said, he's utterly lost. They erupted in laughter, a sound that filled the air with joy. Chills coursed through me. This was more than mere wedding stress chatter. This was pure disdain, determining. A weight pressed against my chest. I felt nothing. Not at that moment. A switch flipped, and everything changed. A chilling clarity, a stark realization of the moment. Did I just type that in the live chat using my real account name? Amid the chaos of comments, Sophie caught a glimpse. Her eyes grew wide. Oh, Emily, she whispered, her finger trembling as it hovered over the screen. Emily leaned in, eyes narrowing with intensity. Her smile shattered, then sheer raw terror. Her face drained of color. Oh my God, James. I pressed the keys once more. Emily, since you're opening up to everyone, let's set the record straight. The wedding's canceled. All hope shattered. Let someone else pay for your dream house. Sleep well. Her hands shook as she struggled with the phone, urgency clawing at her to cut the live stream. Her hands trembled violently. "Sophie, please, just stop. Shut it down. Finish it." Her face, a mask of horror, was the last thing I saw before everything went dark. Her friends mirrored her shock, frozen in disbelief. My phone erupted with notifications. Emily and her mother, Margaret, bound by love and unspoken truths. I turned away from them, blocked Sophie. I shut my phone down. I poured a strong drink, sat there in the stillness, heart racing. The ring, our creation, weighed heavily on the coffee table, a silent testament to what was lost. 15 minutes passed, and then the doorbell pierced the silence. Emily, mascara running, a beautiful disaster. Her mom, Margaret, stood beside her, seething with anger. Emily, voice trembling. James, I beg you." It was just a joke, just foolish chatter among girls. It was nothing at all. Margaret advances, determination in her eyes. "You've shamed my daughter, young man. For a foolish joke? Canceling a wedding in a comment section? Unthinkable." My gaze locked onto Emily. "Was it a joke when you called me clueless? Manageable? When you reduced my worth to just my salary?" "Absolutely not." "Sure, I said it, but the wine and Sophie pushed me over the edge. I love you, deeply and fiercely. Me, serene. I doubt you truly understand, Emily. I can't stand the person I just saw in that video. This is unacceptable. Deposits are made, guests await. James, you will make this right." Emily is pure-hearted. She was unleashing her pent-up frustration. "Margaret, I must say, your daughter shamed me in front of everyone and laid bare her intentions to manipulate me. We must untangle our lives. The wedding's canceled. It's settled." Emily broke down in tears. My dress, the venue, my friends, all witnesses to the moment. You've shattered it all. Emily, you unleashed everything when you chose to reveal your heart to the world. I ordered them to go. Margaret's cries about money and reputation pierced the air, raw and relentless. Emily wept. In the end, they were gone. My phone won't stop buzzing. Messages flooded in. Anger, confusion, a storm of emotions. I'm numb, caught in a strange acceptance. I must reach out to my lawyer, the venue, and everyone else tomorrow. A chaotic moment now is preferable to a ruined marriage later. Update 1. Incredible. What a whirlwind of emotions. Grateful for every message received. You understand? Many of you believe I was cruel. True, but you didn't see what I saw. Emily refused to accept the finality of the fallout. The day after the Livestream incident, she and Margaret stormed into my office, igniting chaos in the lobby. Emily weeps, while Margaret insists on confronting my boss, desperate for him to understand. They were forcibly removed by security. My boss, a decent guy, heard my brief tale and simply said, "Handle your personal life, James, but not in my lobby." Excruciating. Then the demands arrived. With her new lawyer, Mr. Edward, everything changed. She claimed I owed her for emotional pain, public shame, and every cent spent on the wedding. What gall. Mr. Edward's letter arrived, a stark demand. $10,000 for the deposit, she read, her parents' influence looming alongside my own contributions. And then, an extra $5,000 for her pain. My lawyer, Ms. Victoria, a fierce advocate, chuckled and sent a courteous letter asserting that Emily openly violated the unspoken terms of our engagement by, as she put it, publicly defaming and showing disdain for my client, revealing a blatant disregard for entering the marriage with sincerity. She was the one who revealed her intentions to everyone. Emily's entitlement is simply astonishing. She truly thinks she's innocent. Sophie, her fiercest ally, floods social media with cryptic messages about toxic men, while some struggle to accept the power of strong women. Lowell. Sophie, Emily's dad, Henry, reached out to me. He's always been the calm in the storm. His voice was weary. James, my son, Emily's mistake is monumental, but it's catastrophic. Her mother is shattered. Isn't there a way we can meet in the middle? Is there a way to ease this public humiliation? I said firmly, Henry, she didn't merely make a mistake. She laid bare her every strategy, no room for compromise. I'm done. He sighed, his eyes heavy with concern. I get it, he murmured, but Emily, she's really struggling. She calls me relentlessly from blocked numbers, her voicemails shifting from tears to rage to desperate pleas. How could you betray me like this? It's a familiar thread. Then the deceit began. It may seem minor, but he needs to know. Someone changed my Netflix password. They were in it together. I've claimed what's rightfully mine. A notification flashed, a hefty charge for luxury skincare on my department store card, the one I solely owned, while she was merely an authorized user. She had only ever used it for coffee until now. I had overlooked that one. I called the credit card company, reported the card stolen, now its unauthorized use, and disputed the charges. They're digging deep. More than $800 spent on luxurious creams and serums. Seriously? Your world is collapsing, and you choose to indulge in a vengeful beauty spree at my expense? Ms. Victoria is gathering everything now. The looming charges, the relentless harassment, the haunting voicemails. She claimed it reveals a deceitful nature, a crucial insight if they dare to pursue those deposits in court. Some of our friends have contacted me. Some stand by me. Some are playing the sympathy card, claiming she's just young and foolish. Perhaps youthful. Foolish, but not as she intended. Numbers hold the truth. The venue is a nightmare. They refuse to budge on the deposit, $8,000, a hefty sum, with half coming straight from my pocket. Emily's parents covered the rest. Her lawyer claims I must give up my share and pay them back because I canceled on my own. Ms. Victoria contends that Emily's actions shattered the foundation of their agreement, rendering it unfulfillable as initially intended. The tension hangs thick, unresolved. It's exhausting. I won't pretend otherwise. Sometimes, a surge of sorrow hits me for the bond I believed we shared. But then, her laughter with friends echoes in my mind, and peace washes over me once more. This is crucial. A must-do. 2 months have passed since the last update. Hold on tight. It just got real. Naturally, it did. Mr. Edward, Emily's lawyer, must have sensed the emotional distress angle was falling flat, particularly after Ms. Victoria shared a collection of Emily's, shall we say, fervent voicemails and a record of the blocked numbers. The security report from my office is crucial. A ruthless strategy. Raw financial aggression laced with entitlement. The venue awaits. They attempted to sue me for the entire venue cost, claiming I violated the contract. Ms. Victoria stood poised, anticipation crackling in the air. We fought back for my share of the deposit, blaming Emily's actions for the cancellation. The saved live stream footage was also there. Grateful for the screen recording and chat logs. Upon learning we had undeniable evidence of Emily's claims, including her clear financial motives, Mr. Edwards' demeanor shifted dramatically, making him far more open to resolving the venue dispute. Isn't it strange how that happens? In the end, We lost everything we had. Frustrating, yet a relief compared to the full cost. Emily's parents were furious that I didn't return their money. Emily and Margaret escalated the public humiliation, tearing down reputations with a vicious edge. Rumors ignited, and I suspect Sophie, pushed by Emily, is at the heart of it all. Truly horrific. They started reaching out to my female colleagues and acquaintances online, spinning lies about me being controlling, emotionally abusive, and even suggesting I was involved in financial misconduct at work. Vicious, unfounded attacks aimed at destroying everything I've built. My boss summoned me once more. This time, his worry ran deeper. An anonymous email arrived, laden with shocking allegations. Anger surged within me, yet I remained composed. I laid bare the chaos, the live stream, the heartbreak, the relentless torment. This is payback. It's unfounded. He understands my dedication, sees my true self. He mentioned that HR must conduct a brief, confidential check because of the serious financial allegations involved in my field. A week of tension, now fading into nothingness. The damage to my peace of mind? Immense. This was the edge, the final boundary. She could trash me to her friends, bleed me dry financially, but when she aimed to ruin my career and reputation with lies, that was a whole new battle. All bets are off. Ms. Victoria was drafting a cease and desist for harassment. We rose above the whispers and transformed. We sought a restraining order, detailing the stalking, harassment at work, burner phones, financial threats, attempted credit card fraud, and now defamation. We provided sworn affidavits from colleagues who received the messages and the anonymous email sent to my boss. The hearing was unforgettable. Emily arrived, eyes glistening with tears, the picture of innocence and vulnerability. Margaret stood there, her scowl piercing through the silence. Sophie lingered in the shadows, a smirk playing on her lips, until the judge's sharp command cut through the tension, silencing her with a threat of removal. Mr. Edwards sought to portray Emily as the shattered, betrayed soul. Ms. Victoria shared a few powerful moments from the live stream. The thoughtless remark, the easygoing statement, the one about his paycheck making the dream home possible. She unveiled the proof of harassment, the fraud attempts, the relentless barrage of calls from hidden numbers. When Ms. Victoria mentioned the anonymous emails and messages, Emily leaned in and whispered, "Sophie, you weren't supposed to," her voice cutting through the tension, loud enough for us to catch every word. Mr. Edwards' face twisted in despair, as if he wished to vanish into the earth itself. Emily left the judge utterly unimpressed. He confronted her, his voice heavy with the weight of truth, about the gravity of false accusations. The restraining order was granted. Emily must keep her distance, 100 yards from me, my home, my work. Silence reigns, a void unbroken. No more calls, no texts, no social media, and crucially, no using her friends to do her bidding. Sophie's face twisted in shock, as if stung by a wasp, when those words echoed in the room. Emily's face twisted in disbelief as the restraining order was granted, shock etched deep in her features, as if she never imagined consequences could touch her. Margaret was gasping, her words tumbling out in a frantic rush about appealing. The revenge was raw, stripped of any theatrics. It was all about precision. The live stream is captured, preserved in several places. It's an unyielding mark of her actions, shattering any chance of sympathy for her story. Financial cutoff complete. I ensured every last connection was cut, beyond just the card cancellations. All joint bills were transferred to my name, cutting off her access, or the other way around, if they were mainly hers. Did she truly crave independence? Accepted. Shield of justice. The restraining order is unbreakable. Harass me now, and you'll face the law. No second chances. Ms. Victoria fired off a fierce letter to Mr. Edward, warning of civil action for defamation if Emily or her agents dare to speak falsely again. Sophie was named as a person of interest in that letter about the spreading rumor. Whispers spread, and now Sophie trembles at the thought of a lawsuit looming over her. Clearing out the social circle, those who defended her or pressured me, politely but decisively severed ties. I refuse to accept that kind of judgment or toxic behavior in my life. Who stood by me? They shine like gold. What comes next? Emily is a complete wreck. Her parents seethe with anger over the legal fees and the public restraining order now haunting their family. The dream wedding savings vanished, devoured by lawyers and squandered deposits. She moved back in with her parents. Her part-time job can't sustain her anymore, especially without my clueless salary to lean on. No grand speech, no lesson learned from me. The stark truth of her choices crashing down on her. Unwittingly, she set in motion a chain of events orchestrated by the legal system. She craved the thrill of the game. She realized I understood the rules more deeply. This isn't right. A sharp sting remains, yet a calm settles in. Silence envelops, a heavy pause after the storm. I can breathe again. I'm pouring myself into my work, cherishing true friends, and rising from the ashes. Trusting someone like that again will take time, but that's a challenge for future James to face. James breathes a sigh of relief. The circus is finally gone. Even if it meant forcing them to dismantle their tents. She believed I was oblivious. She had no clue what she was stepping into. Thanks for watching this story on Addy Story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new tale. Stay tuned for more, and until next time, take care and keep living your own amazing stories.